KKCOBVR has sent me their latest head straps for the Quest 3 and for the Vision Pro. We're going to test both today, see how they feel on both headsets, and then I will let you know my final opinions. So let's get started with the Vision Pro unboxing. This is a nice laminated instruction manual right here. We got a little pointy thing right here. I'm a little nervous about that. Little back cushion here. This is going to be for the head strap. And here is the Halo strap itself. And this is everything for Vision Pro. Now let's move on to the Quest 3. Similar instruction manual right here. Softer back cushion with USB-C connector for the battery. Top strap, here is the main piece itself. USB-C connector for the battery. And the battery itself, hefty. And this is everything for the Quest 3. Let's see how easy it is to install, and we will try it out. Okay, we're gonna start with the Vision Pro strap. I was a little bit nervous because we have this needle that we need to use to take off these side arms right here. We'll see how it goes, but I'll show you the whole process. Battery's already off. We're gonna go ahead and take off the strap, and then use the needle to take off these two side hinges here. And you can see there's a tiny little hole here that allows you to take this off. I've never done this before. Okay, on to the next. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Now we're gonna go ahead and mount this back pad here on the back of the strap here. And we've got a little kind of clip thing with this rubberized side. That goes on pretty easily on that side. And there as well. No clip or anything, it's just a nice little slide into soft slot. All right, now we're gonna put these in. And now I see why this has to come off, because this actually kind of slides through this angle. And this feels a little loose here, but we have this clip for the left side, and that locks it in place right there. Okay, not too hard. Now we can go ahead and put this right back on. That clipped in nice and easy. These things also twist back and forth, which is nice. It allows me to kind of move this in a comfortable position. I'm a little worried because this front part right here is not really easily moving up and down. So I'm gonna just take this off for a second and double check something. Okay. So this is a really tight connection here. So you don't really want to be adjusting that when the headset is on. So that's going to be a little bit tough to kind of do these little adjustments up and down like that when the headset's on. Now, of course, again, we can move this easily to bring it kind of closer and further from your face. But if I want to make slight adjustments, I mean, yeah, look at how much power I have to give to move that. So that's a little concerning. I do see a few screws in there, which might allow you to kind of loosen that up. But yeah, just coming out of the box like that, I'm not too sure if that's how I'd want to be adjusting. And now I'm honestly not even sure if these are even. And there's not really a good way to see exactly if these are evenly adjusted. And once this headset's back on, that's going to be a little tough to fool around with. Gosh, I'm worried about just bending these even when they're off the headset that aggressively. I think this looks pretty close though. We'll put it back on. We'll see how it feels. Before I do that though, let me go ahead and put this on. All right, we can easily adjust that. And there we go. Headset is complete. It looks like we'll be able to use this with and without the light seal. Let's see how this fits with the light seal on. You can see here, nice flush between the light seal and this other part of the strap itself. We'll put it on real fast and just see if that vertical adjustment feels okay. All right, that's feeling pretty good. Time to plug in the battery and give this thing a spin. I will say it feels pretty comfortable, like a standard Halo strap. I'm noticing it's pretty loose over here with this top strap, so let's go ahead and get this tightened up. Now I got that tight with the top strap. This thing is also pretty tight. Pretty easy to adjust there. Of course, when it's loose, this thing's kind of still sitting on my head, with a lot of weight on this forehead strap itself, but I would definitely want to keep this pretty tight around the back of my head. And it does a great job. It's like a standard halo strap with nice pressure above the forehead here, and then also in the back. So it feels pretty comfortable. I think I would prefer if I could just adjust this part up and down, but again, this hinge is just super tight. But otherwise, it feels very comfortable. Let's go ahead and see how it feels without the light seal though. And it seems like this strap is really made to be used without a light seal because of this nice soft forehead attachment right here. So let's see what we got. And yes, this does a great job of just floating the display right above my face. Okay, that's feeling nice and comfortable. But it feels like the display is a little too far away. I was having some issues with Optic ID just now as well. But that is where these adjusters come in. Now I can just twist both of these towards my face. Again, it's pretty tight, like squeezing these now, it's doable. It's just tight. Like I can't really do both at the same time super easily or else it's just moving around too much. But if I hold one side here, move that in, move that in, let me move it out a little bit. I'm too close to the displays. Yes, I know. Okay, just like that. And this feels really nice. I will say I was a little hesitant because of this hinge here, not allowing me to kind of move this whole thing up and down. On other head straps though, I've had it where it's too loose and it keeps falling down on your head. So I'm sure there's a bit of a balance there. So I don't know if I had to go one way or another, too loose or too tight, I would choose too tight, but I wish there was some middle ground to make all of the adjustments on the fly rather than having to take that whole thing apart to move this up and down. With that said, once you find that happy medium and you can move the display nice and close, that is super nice for this type of kind of floating display AR application where I can still see my real environment on my peripherals here, no light seal, and then of course do whatever I need to do having this in front of me. I honestly didn't think this was going to be this comfortable for use without the light seal. I'm really liking this one. But again, with these adjustments, the way I like this right now, like having this set up, if I wanted to go back and forth to adding the light seal, it's pretty tight. You can see it's kind of hard to bring the light seal back, and it's kind of in there, but you can see there's even like it's pressing down on the light seal, making it so that this connection right here is not completely flush. This will work. I just don't really like this as much. It feels like it's not really the way I'm supposed to be using this head strap. So again, pop this right off. And yeah, if you're looking for something that's just gonna give you those AR applications, then I think this works really well. At the end of the day, a bit of a lack of flexibility with this one. It's a bit of a pain to install on the Vision Pro as well. But once it's on there, if you're not gonna be going between different types of head straps, you're always gonna be using it for AR applications. You don't really care as much about the light seal. I think this is a pretty solid bet. The true test though, for something that's so difficult to take on and off, how hard is it to put this into a case? So I'm gonna go grab one. Here's the case I like to use when I'm traveling. We're gonna go ahead and just not even use this. Take off the battery. And then, is this going to fit? I don't think so. Yeah, it's just not quite going to fit. You can see here, the last part that's not gonna make it work is this one. I think if you had maybe the Apple pillow case or a slightly larger case, it would be fine. But this is a no-go for me in terms of a traveling companion. But otherwise, hey, if I'm just sitting around at home, I want that ultra wide screen, I wanna do some work or watch a movie, I think this is a really nice head strap. But yeah, lack of flexibility on this hinge right here. And at least for me, tough use case with this and the light seal. It's gonna be a little bit tough to recommend unless you have a pretty specific use case. But otherwise, when I do have this on and dialed in for the AR applications, this does feel really comfortable. And next up, we got a very similar design for the Quest 3. So let's get this installed. Now I've learned my lesson. This is a very similar design. We've got this very difficult to move vertical adjuster here. Based on my learnings from installing on the Vision Pro, I think I want these down kind of far. And let's see if this is balanced. That looks about right here for me. We're gonna go ahead and first install this smaller strap that's going to connect in the little front part of the Quest 3 here. And this will just help secure through here on the Halo strap to give it just a little bit of a tighter connection. Okay, so now we just have to put the light seal back on. And as we attach these, they just clip on, so you don't have to do anything more complicated like with the Vision Pro. And let's actually first go ahead and install this back strap. Okay, and that just clips in here. We got a magnetic attachment here for the battery, which will come in a minute. So these are not wanting to clip in very easily, I will say. Okay, after adjusting this part back a little bit, that made it a little bit easier. I thought this would be easier than Vision Pro, but at the end of the day, this is actually a little bit more difficult. Okay. Ooh, took some time, but we're all good now. So this little strap here is going to just tighten this in here. Oh, and it looks optional to install this. So if I'm gonna have this on without the long strap, this works just fine. But let's go ahead and do the whole process with this as well. So you have to go under the Velcro, and then we install this part here through the back. And now I feel like I have to actually reverse this one. That can now attach just like that. Although when this one is clipped here, this is now not wanting to Velcro on this side. You know what, I could be doing something wrong, but we're just gonna go with it. This seems secure enough. This part is gonna go right into the charging port here. And the battery just magnetically attaches right there and provides power right to the headset, which you can see right here. We are charging. Now with the battery on, let's see how this feels. This also feels very good. Standard Halo strap. Honestly, there are a lot of Halo straps out there now. It's all pretty similar designs in terms of how you install them. You got the battery weight in the back here, providing nice counterweight from the front of the headset. But it feels great, very comfortable. It is adjustable not only from this top strap here, this boa in the back, but also, just like I showed with the Vision Pro, these sliders allow you to bring the headset way out from your eyes or very close in to your eyes. Now when I have it out like this, let's see real fast. If I do want to take off the light seal, I can use it perfectly without the light seal. And again, I'll just show you one more time. You can bring these in. I'm actually finding it a little bit easier to adjust this one like both at a time compared to with the Vision Pro. But here we can just kind of bring that closer, further away, and find a sweet spot that makes it very comfortable. Just like I said with the Vision Pro, I feel like with the way this attaches on the forehead, the adjustments you can make with these lenses going in and out, I kind of prefer using it without the light seal. But I'll also mention, to be honest, that there are a lot of designs like this. This one feels very comfortable. I'm starting to not notice as much of a difference between these different manufacturers that are creating these Halo style head straps that allow you to use these products without the light seal. But that is my preferred way of using these products. And overall, that feels really good. To show you, this one I'm feeling a little more comfortable making these adjustments on the forehead angle. I think with the Vision Pro, the way that the arms are, I just felt a little bit awkward doing that. We can make these adjustments to allow this to be even more secure on your head, just depending on your head shape and preference. So that's the story with both of these Halo style straps for Quest 3 and Vision Pro. They're quite comfortable. The Quest 3 version provides extra battery power. I will say one caveat with these is they are a bit more difficult to install compared to some other designs that I've seen, but they're just as comfortable and they do feel really good once you got it all kind of tweaked to your own settings, your own head shape. It's a pretty solid head strap solution. If you guys are interested to try these out for yourselves, the link is going to be in the description. And thanks again for watching, and let me know if you guys have any questions. Thank you.